Well, I'm back at my friend Brian's property here, and this time I brought my tractor because I have a new job to do. After removing the two big oak trees here that fell down and did damage, but there's a couple more trees out here in his property that are ready to do perhaps even more damage. That would be this tree here, leaning to the right. That is not in very good health. And the two trees that I already took out, right here, is all part of the same root system. So it's really compromised down here. This tree is a disaster waiting to happen. If it falls on this, which it will, there's no doubt about it, it will fall on that. It will cause, well, it'll smash the whole building. And that tree is, okay, 1, 2, 3, I would say at least 5,000 pounds. And then to get that, have to bring it all the way back, drop it out in this direction. It's leaning really strongly toward the building. So that's going to be interesting. And the job should be made a little easier by removing this tree here. This one, which definitely wants to fall in the wrong direction also, but I'm going to make it fall this way. So that's the plan. That's the great plan for the day. This is a really pretty big one here. It's probably 6,000 pounds, and it's really tall. So getting it to fall in the right direction here will be very critical. Quite critical, because it really wants to fall toward my excavator and fence there. That's the direction it wants to fall. And I can't let that happen, so. Okay, so here's a view from the back of the yard where I plan to fell these trees. There they are. And this is exactly where I want that front tree to come. Right through here. And I'll pull the other one this direction also. So I'm going to get the tractor out here with a real long line, hook it up onto those trees, and force it to go where it doesn't want to go. And it definitely doesn't want to go that way. It would love to go this way. And this tree here would love to fall right on that shed. And it just isn't gonna have the opportunity. Okay, so here's my plan that's subject to modification moment by moment. I tied that line up there, 20, 30 feet up there somewhere. Anyway, it's a 96-foot line that goes way out. I want to pull it at a shallow angle, hooked onto this tractor, to put some tension on there to get it to come where I want. However, really wants to fall out in this direction. It's going to really want to do that. So I really need to tie this off to this tree. So I'm going to do that with this line that I just cut. Well, it's certainly a judgment call here as to how tight to put that line. I gave it a little slack because when this thing falls, if I tighten that up too much, it's gonna go right up against that rope and either snap it or something else. So I put a little slack in there, and look, it's tied lower here than it is over here. It's tied up higher here, so as this falls, if it tries to go in this direction, that line should tighten up real quickly and keep that from happening. That's the plan. And then not allow that to happen. But when it comes in the right direction here, I don't have it so tight that it's gonna snap it. So, hopefully I'm right about all those assumptions. I think I am. If I didn't think I was right, I'd do it differently. Okay, well, there's a lot of tension in that line right now. And I don't know how many pounds of tension is in there, but it is tight, tight, tight. I'm a little skeptical about the 5,000 pound rating on that line. If it is, then I should be able to go a lot tighter than it is. I should be able to pull as hard as that tractor can pull without breaking the line. I'm a little afraid to do that. I think it's tight enough right now where if I cut a notch, it's going to want to go in the direction of that line, which of course is where I want it to go. Well, it's about time to prove that out. that was fun. Well, that worked just about as well as I expected, or as I hoped. You can see where the base hit there. Really crooked tree. Well, there was a lot of tension in that line, and I could tell even as I was cutting, before I got to the hinge point, it was already opening up. It was opening up in the direction the tractor was pulling. So it's exactly what I wanted it to do. And the line holding it from going in that direction did its thing. A lot of tension in there. Didn't break anything. So we're gonna clean this up. And when this is all cleaned up, it's time to take out this tree. Yes, sirree, that'll be a lot of fun. There's a lot of lean in that one. So this is kind of interesting. I had enough tension on that rope. Can we see it here? Is it focused? This was wedged in here. And this rope here, both of these ropes, were literally sunk into the oak wood. That's how much tension was on it. Well, I pretty much pulled about as hard as my tractor could pull. So there were some thousands of pounds, 2,000-3,000 pounds of force on there. Anyway, so I just thought that was kind of cool. There it is. That's some good rope, I guess. It sure passed the first test I gave it. So I hope the Harbinger's buckles and ropes are truly 5,000 pound test like they claim to be, because we just may need it here on this one. Okay. Well, that's a pretty good safety rope, but that thing is leaning over so much. I think I'm going to hook the excavator to the tree with chains and pull it, because I just don't know about getting that big old trunk going up there, way up there. That is really high. And I gotta drag that over. I gotta drag that trunk going to the left through that big one over there, through those branches. At least a little bit. But it's literally over the shed. It's leaning a lot. It's leaning more than it looks like on the video, I think. This might give a better perspective. Look how much that leans. It's leaning. And that's probably close to a 5,000 pound tree right there. You can't mess around with that. I can't let that thing hit this shed. So I think I'm gonna hook the excavator to it in addition to this. And the pull rope, of course, to pull in the direction I want. So more rigging to do, more rigging. I feel very good about this additional aspect. This thing could really pull that thing. I could pull it completely straight, verticalize it with the excavator, while the pull rope on the tractor is way over there again. So let us proceed and see what kind of disaster we can avoid. Let us proceed with the incredible success of this operation. So, we got the chain from the excavator, which is really tight right now. I literally pulled the tree forward a little bit. And we have the tie-off rope there, 5,000 pound test. That'll hold the thing up too. So, two things that will not allow it to go onto the shed. But based on where I have it tied, I don't even know if that's it's probably about the midpoint of weight, like teeter-totter. probably about the center of mass right there. I'd like it way higher, but I'm not a squirrel. I'm a 62-year-old human, and that's as high as I want to go. So there it is. The chain is pretty taut. Well, that went just splendid. Glad I had the excavator hooked up to that. That was a big deal to get it on the right side of all those branches there so it didn't interfere. No problem. Sometimes a little extra preparation pays off. All right. The shed is safe. That was part of the goal, a big part of the goal. So, a little cleanup on that, and then one more tree over here. This puppy right here. Since my friend Brian doesn't want it there anymore either, I mean, it's dead. It looks totally dead. It's leaning toward his shop. Of course, everything's leaning the wrong way. That may make it. That may. I think. Famous last words, right? Yeah, I'll pull it a little bit. I'll pull it over in that direction. Then it'll fall just fine. That's a job for tomorrow. I'm going to load up that wood over there onto the trailer. Head on out for the day before the sun is down. It was a good day of tree work. One of my favorite things to do. Bye.